Keeping it real today, ladies, with the anonymous Qs, and I'm actually sitting on my bed. Yep, look, Jasper's down the bottom, hiding under the blankets. Anyway, anonymous Qs, alright? How to quickly rid the post-holiday bloat and kilograms. So sometimes we are very guilty of this, right? And we feel that if the scale weight jumps up when we go on holiday, that we're a failure. Whereas in fact, the scale weight has jumped up on holiday because you've had a good time, because you've relaxed the rules. You've maybe put MyFitnessPal away. You've maybe had some extra tasty food. You've maybe had some different food, some carbs, maybe some alcohol. Also, you've been in the sun, it's been a bit warm. Even if you've drank the same amount of water that you do normally over here in the day, right, you're probably a little bit more dehydrated. But for some reason, a lot of us midlife women associate scale jumps with badness. So I'm going to give you some top tips for rebuilding your nutrition habits after some time off. How posh is that, by the way? I know. Right, hold on, because I've got notes, and I'm now thinking that I've got my notes on my knee. Anyway, right, so firstly, taking time off throughout the course of your life is absolutely normal. All right, sorry, I just want to go back to the question again. Sorry, where are you? How to quickly rid the post-holiday bloat and kilograms. So my first question would be, quickly, why? Why do you feel the need that you have to get the scales to drop down quickly when we're absolutely not in any control? So what I would say you were doing here is you are focusing on the outcome and not the process. And if you only ever focus on the outcome, you'll get overwhelmed. It will seem completely far away and unmanageable. And you could potentially stop following the process, which will eventually get you to the outcome. Right, so don't beat yourself up, right? It doesn't mean you're a bad person. There are no morals on the scales. The scales are fuckers. You can't control them. You can only control the process and the tasks that you do. So don't beat yourself up, right? Things happen, holidays happen. And even if you weren't on holiday and it was just oh my God, I've eaten 10 chocolate bars, then just don't beat yourself up. Because when we start beating ourselves up, we get guilt, then we get overwhelmed, then we panic, then we don't do anything, then our confidence dips, and then it's a vicious spiral. So just don't beat yourself up, right? It doesn't mean you're a bad person. It doesn't mean you're off the wagon. It doesn't mean you're weak. It doesn't mean any of those things. It only means you've changed the rules for a wee while and had some fun. Like, is that really a bad thing? Would that ever be a bad thing? I don't think it would be a bad thing. Anyway, right, your progress is absolutely 100% not ruined. Looking for my notes again. Right, it's about what you do now that matters. Oh my God, sorry, I'm hitting all the... For anybody that doesn't know, right, I decided it would be a very good idea to tip a bottle of water over my laptop. It's a MacBook Air, so the trackpad doesn't work now. So I have a mouse, and I haven't used a mouse for years. So I'm actually all over the place. Anyway, right, it's what you do now that matters, right? It's those little daily habits. It's that next task that you're going to do. It's that next meal. It's that next training session. It's that next daily walk. It's that next pre-bed routine, right? That is all that matters. Nothing else matters, all right? If I could twin you and I took one of you at your pre-holiday scale weight and stood the other one at your post-holiday scale weight next to you and showed you to the world, nobody would be able to tell the difference. Nobody. Yeah? Are you getting this? It doesn't make you a bad person. Absolutely does not, all right? So avoid the all or nothing or total reset mentality, right? Do not come back from holidays and go back to, or try and go straight into 1,200 calories, 1,300 calories, right? It is soul destroying. All it will do is make you binge because you will never stick to it, right? Classic over restriction. You will not stick to that. So please do not do that. And don't also go into the total reset. Oh, I just need to eat 800 calories for 3 days and then I'll be feeling normal. No, you don't need to do that. But 3 days. You maybe need to think about the 3-day rule, right? So go back. This is like a secret rule, but I do live by this. I don't actually know if I've ever spoken about it. 3-day rule. Anyway, after I come back my holidays, I give myself 3 days. 3 days of being all over it. Not restrictive wise, just straight back to my good habits. My water, yeah, my protein with every meal, my half a plate of fruit and veg, my good snacks, my protein, my carbs, my fibre, my pre-bed routine, and anything else that I've not mentioned, my training, right? 3 days, and I guarantee you, you will feel awesome, all right? So do not do the over restriction. Do not do the total reset. You don't need to do anything crazy. You literally just need to follow the process. That's it. It's just getting back to what works. It's the boring stuff, right? But it's the stuff that got you progress before your holiday. So why would it not get you progress after your holiday? Of course. Next bit of notes. So, put a little effort in. I want you to cut yourself some slack to a certain extent, as in understand that the scales are not moralistic. They don't have morals. They don't judge. Nobody knows your body weight. Nobody knows your body weight before you went on holiday. Nobody knows your body weight after you came back your holidays. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter, right? And it's not about quickly getting it off. It's just about realising that if you go back to following the process that you followed before your holidays or before your time off, that this will all work again. There's no reason why it won't work. Absolutely not, right? But you need to give yourself a couple of days grace to get back into it. Get your food planned, get your shopping done, get your meals prepped, right? 2 to 3 days, you will feel significantly better. And it'll also feel like it's a lot less effort. It can take a lot of effort to get back into after the holidays, all right? So before you know it, your nutrition, it'll just feel normal. Life will be normal. Your holiday will be but a distant memory. Holidays and time off are few and far between, and they're probably too few for a lot of us. So why taint the memory of the holiday by beating yourself up about your scale weight? It's just the payment for some fun time. That's it. All right. It's just robbing Peter to pay Paul. We just go straight back to it. So if it's taking you a little bit of effort, that's okay. If it's taking a little bit of extra brain power, that's okay. If your first couple of training sessions feel shit, that's okay. Just keep turning up. Just keep following the process. Get yourself back into the habit of your usual routine as quickly as you can. Every time you have a holiday, it gets a bit easier. Obviously, these are anonymous, although I do know who this is. If you want to chat, let me know. All right. And if anybody else wants to chat or they want some top tips about holidays, about scale weight, about midlife, fat loss, nutrition, training, anything, just drop me a wee message, my lovelies. All right. Bye-bye.